guys, my name is Alex and this is my channel Life with Fibro. If you're new here, I have a chronic illness called fibromyalgia, and this channel is my story about my life with fibro. And May is Fibromyalgia Awareness Month. So for the month of May, I will be uploading one video a day, every day for the whole month of May, 31 videos, 31 days, in order to spread awareness to fibromyalgia since there isn't much known about it. So today's video is going to be ways to cope with having fibro. So number one is support groups. Find yourself a support group, whether it's in-person support group. There's a ton of fibromyalgia support groups on Facebook. Find yourself a group that you can talk to about fibromyalgia, people that relate to it, people that have fibromyalgia and can relate to what you're going through and what you're feeling and the symptoms that you're having and your bad days and your good days. And find people that you can talk to that know how you're feeling. That was one of the first things my doctor told me to do. Is one of the very first things I ever did the day I got diagnosed. I found support groups on Facebook and I've been in them ever since. And it's definitely helped being able to have somebody or have multiple people who are going through the same thing and know exactly how I'm feeling, to talk to about everything, especially on the really rough days. Instead of, yes, find yourself people around you also that you can talk to about it, you know, significant others, family, friends, etc. But also find people that have fibromyalgia themselves and have a support group of people that experience the same things, because there's nothing like being able to talk to somebody who experiences the same things in you and knows exactly how you feel, than having to tell somebody how you're feeling and then try to explain it to them also because they're not dealing with it. So that is my main thing. Number one, find yourself a support group and talk about it. Talk as much as you need to. Talk about it. Number two is allow yourself to feel your emotions with fibromyalgia. That was one thing I really struggled with, and honestly I still struggle with. It's hard to just pretty much wake up sick one day and not dwell on who you were before your illness. So make sure you let yourself, when you're feeling those emotions, make sure you let yourself feel them. Don't just push them away and shove them away like I did in the beginning, because then they get a lot worse. They get a lot worse if you don't let yourself feel them. So make sure that you continue feeling those emotions. If you have a moment where you're just like, dang, I really miss who I was before fibromyalgia or what I could do before fibromyalgia, let yourself feel those and let yourself, and because I mean, in a way, it's like you're mourning who you were before your illness. So let yourself mourn who you were, but then remember that you are strong and that you're capable, and then pick yourself right back up. And also, I know there's days, I know a lot of us have the days where you're just like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to do this forever. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like, I know I have to, but I'm miserable and I don't know how I'm going to do it. And it's valid to feel that way. That is something I struggled with for a really long time, was understanding that I had a reason to be feeling that it was okay to feel that. But so just let yourself feel your emotions, especially when it comes to the days where you're just at your wit's end with it and you're just bawling and you're just like, I don't know how I can do this forever. I know I have to, but I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do it. Just let yourself feel those. Do not hold yourself back from those, because then it just builds up. Then you get more flares, you have more pain coming. So let yourself feel those emotions, because for one, your body needs you to let you feel those, and two, you mentally need to let yourself feel those. Otherwise, it's going to take more of a mental toll than fibro already does on you. Number three is soak in a warm bath, whether it's with Epsom salt or no Epsom salt and just warm water. Just allow your time to soak in the bath and just relax. Not only is it good to just lay in there mentally relax and just not have to focus on anything, but it also, the warm water and Epsom salt really help the pain and the stiffness and just everything. I know I get in the bath, I soak a lot in Epsom salt when my legs are really bad, when I'm mentally really bad, or when I get the really bad fevery flu-like feeling, soaking in that water just helps it so much. And I can have at least a few hours after where my pain is very minimal and everything just feels so much better. I feel so much better body-wise. I feel better mentally-wise because I was just able to relax. So just take 15-20 minutes of your time and just soak in a warm bath and just relax. Number 4 is have me time daily. Whether it's just sitting and reading a book for a little bit, or listening to music, or listening to a podcast, or watching a movie or something, just have yourself some me time, because it helps you realize that you are a person still, that you're not just an illness, that you are a human being. And it also helps you, it's a way for you to connect to yourself again and not just your illness. Granted, you won't be able to maybe have you time the way you used to before your illness, but give yourself some you time. Let yourself feel like a human being again and do the things that you enjoy. Number 5 is just say no. This is something I still struggle with to this day, but it's something that's really important when you have fibromyalgia to learn, is to just say no. Our bodies already go through so much every day that they just can't handle us pushing it, like over pushing them every single day. So learn and be okay with saying no to people. Say no to working overtime. Say no to working an extra project from your supervisor. Saying no to going out with your friends that night, or saying no to cooking dinner that night and having someone else cook it. Just learn to say no and be okay with saying no, and don't let yourself feel guilty. I did learn that once I started saying no more often, as much as my body actually needed me to say no, instead of forcing myself to do continuously, I felt better. I had less flares and less longer flares. It went from me pushing myself and doing everything that everybody wanted to do and going out all the time and doing everything that everybody wanted, and constantly being in flares for just months on end in a continuous flare, to me now being capable of saying no, to where my flares last a day or two. Granted, I still have really long flares, but when I don't overdo it and I learn to say no, my body and my mental health is so much better. So just learn to say no and be okay with saying no. And the last and final, number 6, is maintain your mental health. Kind of ties in with all of these, but mental health is a huge thing with fibromyalgia. One, because stress and anxiety and too much emotional disturbances and stuff at once cause your fibro symptoms to worsen. But 2, fibromyalgia affects your mental health a lot, and that's what tomorrow's video is going to be about. So stay tuned for that. But fibromyalgia causes a lot of mental health issues itself. So not only is it important to take care of the rest of your body with fibromyalgia, but take care of your mental health also and stay on top of it, because 1, makes your mental health better, and 2, having a better mental health makes your fibromyalgia better also. So stay on top of your mental health, doing whatever works for you to stay on top of your mental health. Well, it's journaling, whether it's medication for your anxiety or depression, whether it's just talking to someone, or listening to music, or just going for a small stroll, or just being outside or something. Whatever helps your mental health, take time to maintain your mental health, because that is the biggest thing when it comes to fibro. The more your mental health is suffering, the more your fibro suffers. So focus on your mental health. So like I said, 6 ways to cope, support groups, talk about it, allow yourself to feel the emotions, soak in a warm bath and just relax. Have you time. It's really important to focus on you and remind yourself that you are a human being and not just an illness. Learn to say no and be okay with it, and maintain your mental health. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Comment below other ways that you guys cope with your fibromyalgia, or ways that you have, or things that you need to figure out more of how to cope, if that makes sense. Comment below and let's start a discussion over coping with fibro. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.